Hey guys, welcome to episode 3, Media Dad here. I've got one of my own personal favourites, a classic. I reached into that bag again, in the same bag Halloween 4 was in, to be fair, and this was the first one I pulled out. This was my go-to back in the day. I don't know quite as much about this one as I do the Halloween 4 release that I got. Unfortunately, there's no labels in here. This one I would have worn out to death. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, it's not in bad condition. It's had some of my little upgrades over the years, and if you recall back to my episode 1 talking about Halloween 4, how I used to label everything. Now don't ask me how and why, and indeed when, but I had a little label printer, and I wrote this. This Halloween has been digitally remastered. It is now in Dolby Stereo Surround. I honestly don't know why I went and stuck that. It is a label I stuck on there. I strike again. I wonder how many more labels I'm going to find. Anyway, this was my go-to because it's got Halloween 1 and 2 on it, and I don't actually know a lot about this release. It's a VCI distribution, MIA, Missing in Action video, and then Castle something or other. But I used to love this one. So what always fascinated me with this release, if you've ever seen this release anywhere, I mean, the artwork on the front, I love it. Right? Because you notice you've got the W there, as in the normal Halloween, and the W there changes like it does in the credits of the original Halloween. But get this, right? So I'm going to put my hand across that, because it's got Halloween 1 at the top. There's Halloween. Let me get that in it. What is wrong about this? The 3 pictures there. So you've got Laurie when she stabs him with a needle, and you've got, hang on, I need to look at this one. Yeah, Michael's still at the top of the stairs. And then that one. That wasn't a picture in Halloween. Laurie and Loomis in the hospital, I think, when they're running around and he's discovered that she's Michael Myers' sister. That's not in Halloween. That always confused me as a kid. Alright. Oh yeah, let me go down there. Halloween 2. There we go. Get the glare off there, sorry about that. When Michael bursts his hand through the utility room / kitchen in the first one, and she's trying to get out, and he's put like a rake up against the glass when she's trying to get out. That's from Halloween, the first one. They've got the 2 pictures around the wrong way. It's like when you used to get those stamps back in the day that had a misprint and they're worth millions. This one's not, certainly. But this was my go-to back in the day. Yeah, so an MIA video release. I used to love this. I literally probably have worn it out. I mean, the cassette tape's not in bad condition. Oh, there's a label here. What's that say? Batch number. Oh, that's probably a date. It's got to be 20th of the 7th, 98. Probably won't focus. But I have noticed, and I might be wrong, but it also looks like there might be a little bit of maybe mold on the tape in there. Could be, or just, I don't know. Don't know where else it could be. I think at some point I'm going to have to invest in a VCR player. I mean, this tape's still in pretty good condition, but I think I'm going to have to invest in a VCR and give some of these a go, just for old time's sake. But yeah, this one, this was my go-to back in the day. I watched it to death. And when you've got like a 3-hour long tape and both films are an hour and a half, you can just leave it playing and it's done. God. I remember actually renting this from Blockbuster Video, probably in the early mid-90s, and then I bought it. I know I bought it, but I can't remember from where. Probably Virgin Megastore again. That was my go-to place back in the day. So yeah, this was one of my favourites back in the day. One of the ones I am passionate about, not like my last video where I was talking about Titanic. But I think I must try and invest in a VCR player one day. But yeah, I should have changed my name to Label Dad. I used to label everything. Anyway, this has been episode 3. I've been talking about Halloween 1 and 2 on a double feature disc VHS from MIA Video. And I've got to say, this was probably my most favourite out of all of them. As off-brand releases go. But, you know, you walk into your local shop back in the day, if they had it, you bought it. That's all it mattered who it was. It wasn't about, back in the day, like, oh, I want this version or that version. This is what they've got. Take it or leave it. I took it, and this is one I absolutely loved to death. Thanks very much for watching. Love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see you in the next one. Media Dad, out.